Hey everybody, High Lord Tamerlane with another Obscurity in Miniature. Today we're taking a trip to the other side of Malifaux's other side to look at the Devouring Eel. I'm guessing there's only one of these in the box. Let's find out. It doesn't tell me. I'm guessing there's only one. Interesting looking sculpt. I don't know what's going on with his belly there. I don't know if those are like spiky things, babies. I don't know. Let's find out. All right, so upon popping open the box, we get a card. And if I remember correctly, you have your regular version where you have his stats like that, which seem pretty high just from a quick glance. And then you have his upgraded super version, 8868. I guess that one went up, the defense value. But when they flip over, they are more powerful, from what I understand. Yeah, glory side. What do? You eat things, you constrict things, and you regenerate, which sounds like an awful lot of fun. Split in two, that's interesting. But never mind all that, right? Where's the important stuff? Base, he's got a 50mm base, and he's got a big, gross-looking model. Actually, the detail's pretty nice. Again, the plastic's a little bit shiny. It is that kind of board game PVC. It isn't as matte as the cool mini stuff, but I don't think that's a huge deal breaker. Once it's got primed, I don't think that's going to be a problem. The detail definitely seems to be there. Now, in the hands of a competent painter, which obviously I am not, that might be a big deal. And I have a bag with stuff. It's interesting that all of these are already pre-punched. What does that mean? Devouring Eel. Are they Pogs? I don't remember how to play Pogs, but it doesn't seem like what they're for. It's got a pretty deep base for a 50mm. And what's weird is, I'm just going to open it up. What's interesting is, I know I have some of the 50mm bases that came with like the Whelks. And they weren't this thick. That's pretty darn thick. And it is an Other Side one. Let's get that out of the way. Oh boy, he does not want to stand up on his base at all. He also looks like quite the terrifying opponent. I don't know if that's just the size of the... Gosh, man, come on, stand up. So, interesting looking figure. I really don't get what's going on with his belly there, why it's opening up. But he is definitely going to be an imposing sight. I don't know why, but it reminds me of the Groot slang from Malifaux with a weird wobbly tongue going every which direction. This is going to be another really cool figure if you're going to do any kind of aquatic themed mass combat game or underwater skirmish such as Deep Wars. I mean, how often do you have giant, crazy faced predator mouthed eels ready to devour your other figures on the table? I mean, he's pretty darn big. I like, again, as I've said many times before, but it always bears repeating. I like models that use their base space wisely. This is one of the armored Whelks. Now see, this is also one of the 50mm. I don't know if that's because this is an independent figure, whereas the Whelks are supposed to all, clatter around the table together in a team, whereas this dude is actually just going to go off on his own. I'm not sure. And I don't know if I have anything that's going to help stand him up. Space Marine help him stand up? Brother, can you help? Not really. Sort of, kind of. So, I mean, honestly, hey, if you wanted to use this thing for, like, some kind of a Xeno monster and some kind of narrative Warhammer game, it probably would work. Hell, use it as an amble and save yourself, God knows how much GW's going to charge for that. Get a striped skulker in there as well, just to give you a taste. And our veteran monster hunter ready to plug them full of lead. Or get devoured, I don't know. So again, cool figure. This one I know seems to be retailing around 20 or so, but I'm sure you can get it cheaper if you know where to look around. Maybe your stores locally have them. I don't know. I've never seen these guys actually in a store yet. I could be pleasantly surprised someday, but sort of kind of doubt it. Again, detail is nice. It's going to be pretty easy to paint up, I think. It's not super brittle, which is always a plus. Hurl it over there in the corner without worrying about breaking it. That's good. So I'm going to sit down. Somebody pointed out to me that I can get the rules to the other side online off of Wyrd's website, or actually off the Kickstarter as well. They have like a pared down version without all the fancy fluff, which is the best part, I feel. But just to get a sense of the rules, because it seems weird to me using the cards instead of dice. But interesting figure. I'm sure he's going to see some table time. I know my kids are probably going to like fighting these things. Tempted to get another. He's kind of big, kind of gross looking. I don't know what kind of color I'm going to paint him. Maybe like Wyrd. Beats me. Anyway, it's been High Lord Tamerlane. As always, a pleasure with his obscurities in miniatures. Saying stick around. We got plenty more where this came from, but we'll see you later otherwise. Bye-bye.